What's going on, you guys? Oh my god, I've got a lot to say. I'm almost going to be out of breath by the time I get done with this movie review! Mission Impossible Fallout once again stars Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, and Rebecca Ferguson, all in their respective roles from Rogue Nation. This one, oh my gosh, it takes the cake. Now, the reason why I'm sounding like this is because I just got back fresh from seeing it in the theaters. So this one, after a mission gone wrong, 3 nuclear warheads goes missing. And because of this, Ethan Hunt goes on the run, tries to find these warheads. That's just bad news. Anytime you hear of nuclear warheads in an action movie like this, it's never good. So unfortunately, the bad guys gets a hold of it, and I won't get into much spoilers, but there's a lot of good I can talk about this. First of all, Shawn Harris returns from Rogue Nation as Solomon Lane. And even though he didn't have much screen time in the last one, they did him justice. In fact, all the villains in this movie was just done perfectly. Henry Cavill, he plays in this as a CIA agent. The whole thing with his mustache, he has a mustache in this. You know, everybody knows the story of Justice League, which to those of you who do will find it pretty funny because they had to digitally remove it for Justice League. They were in production at the same time that Henry Cavill was doing this one. So that, you know, Henry Cavill, Henry Cavill, I'm so sorry, my brain is just all scatterbrained for this. So Henry Cavill, he does a fantastic job. You know, you always know him to play a good guy, which is Superman. But in this, he just does his role perfectly, and I don't want to give too much away. But a lot of the reviews I've been hearing, they saw a bunch of the twists and turns coming a mile away. Now, as for me personally, I can't really say that for sure, but in a way, I kind of did find it predictable, which saddens me to say that's the only problem with this movie. The predictability was a little bit too high on this. But everything else, from the music, Christopher McQuarrie's direction, who also directed Rogue Nation. This is the only one out of the whole entire franchise that gets directed by the same guy twice. Because of that, the whole series ties in. You get little nudges and Easter eggs from Mission Impossible 2, the original, Mission Impossible 3, even Ghost Protocol. And because this was a direct sequel to Rogue Nation, of course you get a lot of hints from the last one. Rebecca Ferguson returns as her character from the last one. Ving Rhames, he's just as smart alecky as ever. Simon Pegg returns. Jeremy Renner is absent. That's the only one I noticed that they didn't get back. And I think it's because he was doing Tag at the same time they were doing this. Remember, Tag came out like about 2 months ago or something like that, so that cuts it real close. So I gather that the scheduling conflicts got in the way. And that didn't ruin it for me. This was the most badass out of the freaking franchise that I could ever see. And as you can tell, that ain't no lie because of the way I'm presenting this. Now, I know a lot of y'all are thinking, damn, this dude is crazy. Well, I am. For this movie, it was awesome. I definitely recommend you checking it out. It opened up yesterday in theaters. Now, I'm sorry I didn't give the review right when it came out, but I have other priorities. I recommend this one. I'll just put it this way. My high expectations was just blown away by how satisfied I was. This movie is definitely Tom Cruise's best performance ever. There's even a scene in this movie where Tom Cruise gets injured. Take a look at this footage. because of that, the film got pulled back 2 months. It's just crazy. Angela Bassett, she also makes a nice fit into the characters. And like the characterizations was awesome. There's an awesome build up. It was a little drawn out by the third act, but when they got to that plane scene, ooh, I never wanted that scene to end. The helicopter scene at the end is just awesome. But everything you hear about this movie is just, it'll live up to your expectations. There's no other way I can possibly put it. I'm going to give Mission Impossible Fallout an A+. So I hope you like this review, and oh man, I'm feeling lightheaded. Whew. But, you know, again, I hope you like this review, and I hope you stick with me because there's more reviews coming up. Now, again, if I miss a couple days, please forgive me, bear with me. And as for the support that I've gotten in the last week, I really do appreciate the support. And I will support others as long as they support me. That's what this is all about, folks. Coming together and supporting one another. So I hope you like this review, and I'm going to end it by saying click like, subscribe, favorite, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace the rep out.